truly love putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat.
I'm come here for smash this guy. I think it's gonna be a long night for him.
Trust me, mate, I'm ready for a long night, and you're gonna be smoked October 6th.
I can see blue lips. Blue lips.
Motivation emerges from a darker place than usual. For the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, the undefeated Khabib Nurmagomedov. Nobody to ever reach the pinnacle of MMA has held an unblemished record as extensive as Nurmagomedov's.
I am most dominant fighter in the world. You know, 26-0. How many fighters have right now in the world 26-0?
But the champion of MMA's deepest division captured its title not by defeating a reigning title holder. The belt was vacant and available after being laid dormant by Nurmagomedov's greatest rival. A man whose global fame transcends his accomplishments in the octagon. The notorious Conor McGregor is the sport's irrefutable top attraction. His rise was an epic journey from Irish welfare recipient to multiple-time world champion.
We always joke now, looking at the younger kids coming up. They're soft. They can come up like we came up. We came up raw. We came up with nothing, rough. Everyone else in the game, whether they like to admit it or not. What I've done has brought this game to another level. I knew I'd get there. I knew I just needed one shot with the UFC. Just give me one damn shot, and I'll take the whole thing down.
Over the top, looking to finish it here. This is why everyone's been talking about Conor.
Before McGregor achieved lightweight supremacy, he assembled one of the most dominant featherweight runs the sport has ever seen.
Dana, 60 G's, baby!
Welcome to the UFC, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So there's been a lot of hype. I guess the hype is real, man.
Yeah.
We got a big fight coming in Boston.
Yeah, sweet.
So it'd be cool to bring you to Boston too.
It's not just his physical capabilities that make this kid special, it's the things that he says.
He is mentally gifted. He says this UFC opportunity shows him the power of visualization and the power of an unshakable belief.
Each passing day on the roster saw his confidence soar to unprecedented heights.
I move differently. I think differently. My belief in my ability cannot be shaken. None of these guys have what I have.
Adversaries made feeble attempts at reserving emotion.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm number one. They'll realize pretty soon.
As McGregor converted mental warfare
Big shots by McGregor.
into brutal knockouts.
This is the beginning of the McGregor era.
I don't just pick the round. I describe what way I'm gonna do it.
When Dustin's head clatters off that canvas, it's gonna be a first-round KO, mark my word. I've been breaking records since I arrived.
I don't give a one bit.
I will use my movement to freeze him, and then I will take his head clean off.
Would you doubt me? You probably did. But would you doubt me now? You know what's next. That world title is next. I'll butcher you from the bottom. I'll get back up and I'll butcher you on the feet.
Back up. Chad can't stand in front of him like this.
I spoke of it.
He captured the interim title during his pursuit of the great Jose Aldo, a legendary pound-for-pound great.
Give me that. Special in that.
Who boasted a 10-year unbeaten streak.
This guy is a dead man walking.
Let's go a little bit closer. Don't touch it. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna break you. People are always saying about the talk, and I talk, and I talk, and I talk, but guess what? I back it up. I back it up.
The UFC's first and only 145-pound champion put his belt on the line in Las Vegas, and McGregor would change the MMA world forever with one punch.
Oh my God! The first punch he threw slept him.
Nobody could deny the new featherweight king, even if McGregor's approach was not embraced by other top fighters.
Good luck. I'm going with the Cooper brothers. So inshallah, good luck.
Watch this guy is funny for me, you know. He talk good. He know how to play with someone, like, you know, like go inside his mind.
Thank you.
I want to stay humble. This is part of the tradition from Dagestan.
Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu gathered the companions, and he asked them, what shall we do?
Nurmagomedov is a devout Muslim whose conviction is never interrupted by a similar dedication to his fighting career.
If you don't follow your religion, your traditional, you have big problem with your family. You have to control what you're gonna say. You have to control what you do.
We need a solution.
Stay focused, stay relaxed. But when I go to the cage, I have to crush my opponents.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah. Who that thinking that he frontin' on that man? Get the off my stage. I'm the same man.
Welcome to America.
Where Muslim faith spares no room for violence.
Boom! Oh, man.
The octagon provides a fitting outlet for the man who has always practiced what he preached.
With Conor, he talked about all his opponents. So my dream smash, you know, make him humble.
It's levels to it, you and I know. Bitch, be humble.
That is absolutely nasty.
Be humble. Sit down.
Over and over again.
Be humble. Bitch, sit down.
Ragdolling him here.
Be humble.
Not only has Nurmagomedov always won,
And here's the big slam.
his fights have taken place on his terms.
One of the best grapplers in all of MMA. Who's got the style to handle this guy?
And he's long held high hopes for a bout with McGregor.
I want to make him tired, make him exhausted,
Be humble.
give him slap, give him punch, you know, give him elbow, and talk with him, a little bit to give master class about trash talking. It's gonna be interesting, very interesting.
Be humble. Sit down.
В родном для себя месте, где я родился и вырос. Такое место, когда есть, оно очень успокаивает. Я думаю, многие люди согласятся со мной, что человек, где родился и вырос, туда его тянет. Где бы он ни бывал, когда бы он ни бывал.
The rugged hills of Dagestan gave rise to the UFC lightweight champion. And for Khabib Nurmagomedov, it's clear why the largest nation on the planet is developing elite talent.
In Russia, we have a lot of sports, like if you talk about wrestling, like boxing, judo, grappling, wushu sanda, muay thai, everything is one of the best schools in the world. When everything is together, we call this MMA. We already have top 15 in featherweight, Zabit, Magomed Sharipov. We have UFC heavyweight contender, Alexander Volkov. Top 15 in lightweight, Islam Makhachev. We have Russian champion, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov is leading the charge for Russian MMA and has become a superstar in the process. The once quiet expanse of his homeland has become a distraction that he must escape. Fight camps now take place in San Jose, California, where a familiar mountainous backdrop offers interruption-free training. And the new breed of Russian prospects are joining in the pursuit of greatness.
A lot of young generation, they follow me. They wanna become UFC star. Now everybody have chance. I training like these guys in Dagestan, in mountain, and I become UFC champion. Why they cannot? Maybe 2019 or 2020, it's gonna be couple UFC champions. I believe this.
The Russian people, they were chased from their land to the edge of cliffs. My family, my bloodline, the McGregor clan, we stood and we fought the English Empire.
Okay, why you guys change your language? Okay, you guys have your own language. What's wrong with you?
The lane problem that more English, you man.
Just listen to the soundtrack of this Dublin crowd.
The Irish bloodline rings true to this day.
Grandad looks hurt. This could be the end.
Wow! The crowd go absolutely wild.
There's not a man alive that can come on this soil and beat me.
And Conor McGregor shared incredible success with his nation's people.
I wanted to come over here and show the American public the new era of the fighting Irish, and I brought my whole country with me. If one of us go to war, we all go to war.
From the interim title.
Oh, big shots by McGregor. Oh, he's hurt.
To the undisputed featherweight championship.
Oh my God!
Ireland, baby, we did it! Yeah!
And even during campaigns at 170 pounds,
Oh, he tagged him.
the Irish tricolor cascaded arenas.
The notorious! Wow! This crowd is on its feet.
But none were more faithful than his longtime head coach, John Kavanagh, and main training partner, Artem Lobov. They prepared McGregor for all of his fights.
All right, let's go.
Even when the featherweight champion set new goals for a campaign at 155 pounds.
I think it's just right. You know, I think 45 is a bit light. I think 70 was a bit heavy, and I think 55 is just right. His fight before going into the UFC was at 55, and I really liked him at that weight.
Conor McGregor knows he's going to the top. He doesn't think or hope, he knows.
McGregor's time representing his country on the European circuit saw him capture featherweight and lightweight championship belts. So he planned to replicate that success in the UFC. His lightweight debut with the promotion was the championship bout in New York City.
The UFC lightweight champion, Eddie Alvarez, about to face the UFC featherweight champion, Conor McGregor, in the most high-profile card in the history of the sport, in the most iconic arena in the history of combat sports.
McGregor's entry to the division made him a target for all 155-pounders. And the undefeated Khabib Nurmagomedov in attendance put the title challenger on notice.
Yeah, we will see.
There's so many factors in Conor McGregor's rise to fame, but all that would be nonsense if he couldn't knock people dead with one shot. The question is, will it have the same effect that it had on the featherweights?
I've spent a lot of time, Joe.
He got tagged, he's hurt.
Slaying everybody in the company. Backstage, I'm starting fights off everybody.
Alvarez swinging hard, he got tagged, he got hurt.
I've ridiculed.
Man, accuracy of that left hand.
Everyone on the roster.
Oh, wow, look at this.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize.
Oh, man. Oh, he's done. He's done. That's it.
To absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
History-making performance by Conor McGregor. Didn't just do it, did it flawlessly.
See that belt you have on your lap there? The one that you're proudly representing?
It's okay.
When I won that belt, I sparked the guy inside 2 rounds, dominated him, dropped him 3 times in the first round.
I don't think
Madison Square Garden.
What are you talking about? You top 3 4 times. You top 4
so
times.
So what? I'll tap your head off the
like
canvas,
chicken.
kid.
You tap like chicken 4 times.
I'll tap your head off the canvas.
McGregor's devastating knockout ability, which earned him the belt, is an obstacle few have conquered. Many believe it will take a stout grappler to bring down the talented Irishman. And AKA, the training center for Nurmagomedov, is a grappling factory. Its notable fighters include UFC heavyweight and light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier, as well as former title holders Luke Rockhold and Cain Velasquez. Rounded out with Sambo champions from Dagestan, and it becomes clear why Nurmagomedov never stops improving.
McGregor hasn't fought a guy like this, like Khabib. The type of pressure that he possesses, non-stop movement, it's very difficult to deal with. Once he gets what he wants, it's very hard to take that away.
Khabib Nurmagomedov mauls people. And when he gets a hold of people, it almost seems like they're shocked at how strong he is.
With striking, Conor did a very good job.
I think it's imperative that Michael Johnson keep this fight on the feet, maintain his distance.
He had long reach, good boxing game.
It's almost like he's a couple of weight classes bigger than them, but it's not a size thing. It's a technique and a grappling strength thing.
But he never fight with someone who have so much pressure, so much dominate with his opponent.
He does this, everybody he gets his hands on.
I have to go forward all the time. This is my style.
There's the shot.
And I want to give him this feel.
Massive pressure. This should be it. Michael should tap or he's going to break his arm.
This is true. This is not trash talking. Irish, only 6 million. Russian, 150 million. I want to fight with your chicken because this is #1 easy fight in lightweight division.
He got tagged, he's hurt.
By late 2016,
he's done, that's it.
Conor McGregor achieved what no fighter before ever had.
History-making performance by Conor McGregor.
With his lifelong dream now conquered.
Oh, that looks good.
He simultaneously reigned over 2 divisions in the UFC, and the world anxiously awaited for the double champ to announce what was next.
You have made history. You're the featherweight champ, you're the lightweight champ. Where do we go from here?
Look, I'm about to be a daddy, so I need to take myself away from this bubble for half a second and just regroup. For a 28-year-old on top of the game with all the belts, all the money, all the numbers, I'm not in no hurry no more. I'm just gonna go chill for a bit, enjoy these 2 belts, have a couple of drinks with me fans, and that's it. We'll see you when I see you. Thanks so much.
It was immediately clear that McGregor would proceed on his own terms, and the king of combat sports was ready to cash in.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man Slim, put the bug in me. Just see the bag, tweet out a cow trackery.
Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather is going to happen.
Conor wanted this fight, and Floyd wanted this fight, and I didn't believe this fight could be made, and here we are.
He's one of the greatest tacticians of any era at 49-0.
Don't give a f about his record. A fight's a fight. I stay ready to fight. I'm ready to fight now.
You should have all kept your mouth shut. You should have left me over on that other game that I'm from, that Mo Lucas game where we bounce heads off the canvas and drill them into the floor.
It's the fight that everybody wanted. We're delivering it.
You got UFC, you got boxing, you got Floyd, you got Conor. It's going to make a lot of money for people.
It was an honor for me to come over here in the boxing side and showcase my skill. We'll see what's next. I can't tell you exactly what's next, but no, something will be next.
Khabib, Floyd Mayweather issued a warning to you saying that Conor doesn't fear anyone. What do you say to Floyd Mayweather?
I am the Floyd Mayweather in MMA. Shut your mouth, mate. You come for money, I come for legacy. After this fight, you're gonna go back to box.
McGregor's hiatus from MMA would continue well beyond his boxing endeavor, but he would maintain his position as reigning UFC lightweight champion.
How you never lost your belt if you never defend your belt? Someone have to fight for lightweight belt. You know, UFC have to move. Lightweight division have to move.
A lot of changing levels, a lot of changing levels. Continue doing that. Nice.
You know, the fight with Khabib and Conor, I didn't really think much about it until, you know, Conor became a lightweight and then he became the champion.
Don't sit still when you punch, always on the movement.
Then he became non-existent.
Yes.
A lot of guys we see, when they become UFC champion, they a little bit change because with the gold come money, come attention, you know, it's a lot of crazy stuff.
If you're Conor McGregor, do you go back into the octagon and fight again, or do you try to parlay this into
I never
something
thought
else?
he was coming back.